that I use right here. I just want to see where I am exactly. Bit of load here a little bit. I know I'm not there. So if you look way up here, this goes to the Fox River. Right here. So it splits right here. And this one goes to the Fox River. I like the sense of adventure when you put the waders on, you're going out, you're trying to find where the fish are at. Brings a little bit of excitement. You never know what you're going to get. You could get a biggie, you could get a really small guy, you could get nothing. Who knows? But it's the sense of adventure and actually going out and exploring. And right now, even though I haven't caught nothing, I'm actually having a lot of fun right now doing this. Just going out, look at the sea wildlife. It's very peaceful. You can probably hear the birds going right now. Fortunately, there is a freeway up there, and you hear that, which sucks, but happens. But we'll keep going up. Like I said before, we might switch up tactics and go to a topwater, whopper plopper, or either the X-ray scatter wrap. Alright guys, sorry about that weird cut again. Yeah, lost my whopper plopper in a tree because I casted it like a fool. So we are back to Sanko. What's this right here? Guys, I might have actually found a pretty good spot right here. Let's get over here. Ooh, I got one. Oh, he came off. Oh, man. Oh. Man, did you guys see that? As soon as I cast it right there. So they're all sitting in this little eddy area. That was a largie. Let's see how many we got here. That was exciting, guys. I'm glad we can get you some content. Oh, I got something. I got one. Oh, he came off again. Thought he was hooked. Took it though. So you like this little red thing. He's not that big. I can actually see him. He was fighting this current big time. So, look at this. For a little guy, sure did a number to this thing. Alright, so I said I was going to give you this epic video of the last time I went fishing. Well, just checked the footage and found out that when I was mangling with that fish, trying to not only weigh it, but also delete my footage and replace my battery all at the same time in the camera, that I accidentally deleted the footage of me actually fighting the fish. And I am just pissed for two reasons. One, it was a pretty, epic fight. Not even gonna lie. I casted it out right by this, where I thought would have been a nice, decent bass. Turns out there was. Sitting spot right underneath the bridge where the actual land meets the bridge. It was a little bit deep there. And I noticed that in my spinning reel that there was a little bit of a bird's nest. Not like anything crazy, but I'm undoing it, and I had the line in my hand and I'm adjusting it. And obviously, for those of you who have watched previous fishing videos, that you could just tell, if there's a bass or if just a fish in general on your line, because you'll see the line start tightening up. But I had my hand on the line the whole time. Never once did I feel that there was a fish on. I then tightened up my line, got rid of all that slack, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, what is this? Why does it feel so heavy? Am I stuck on a tree? And I decided to just jerk it and act like I was setting it, and I ended up setting a fish, setting the hook on a fish, and a very, very good fish. Now, the second problem, and woo, this is a doozy. So I bought this scale, very, very cheap scale. I'll show it to you guys. Nothing special, just something to weigh fish with, right? Thought it was gonna be a great idea. I'm like, yeah, I got a scale. This is the scale I got. Nice, easy, very basic. Pounds on one side, kgs on the other. I should flip that around because I got that wrong. It's pounds, then kgs. Well, the one problem is two things about this scale. One, as I was pulling out the scale to weigh the fish, I realized that this little hook piece right here is not sharp at all. Like, zero sharpness. Like, I could press this thing as hard as I want to on my finger and it's not breaking skin. And so I couldn't hook it in the top lip and bust it out. Well, then this piece right here, from here to here, is too close together. So I couldn't go through the outside of the gill, hook it, and then weigh it that way because the hook kept on slipping out. I tried to then improvise by putting the scale in the fish's mouth. Oh boy. Jesus Christ, after thinking about that, I realized how big of an idiot I am. But you know what? It was just out of pure excitement. I've never caught a fish that size. I was so excited. I've never caught a largemouth that size. I was so stoked and excited. Yeah, I know you probably couldn't tell by the audio, because I'm just like, yeah, I got a fish. Woo. But I was so stoked. It was such a nice fish. What a way to set the day, straight, catching a nice fish. So, happens though. But I then went to Meijer, bought a new scale. Show you guys really quick here. Alright, I got this scale right here. Nice digital scale. You could switch settings to pounds to kgs. There is 50 pounds, so it's actually 25 pounds more on this one. It takes batteries, obviously, because it's digital. But here's the biggest thing. The hook is already sharp. I could tell because I kind of peeked in a little bit. I didn't open it, but I kind of peeked. I saw it was sharp. Also, there's a nice enough room right here for it to move. And let me get here. Hold on. And then, yeah. I also saw in the footage, and totally forgot that I had a knife. Let me see if I can get it out for you guys. I don't know where it is. Somewhere. Anyways, I don't know where it is, but I had a knife on me. Really nice knife. Could have cut the gill slit, or not the gill slit, the hole in the top of the lip to set the hook for the weigh scale. But I was just so excited, I totally forgot. Absolutely totally forgot. And I'm fucking pissed. Because now that I have had some time to sit on it a little bit, I realized that my estimation was probably a little off. I've been seeing other videos and other pictures of some fish that were roughly right around 4.5 to 5 pounds. And I realized that my fish was a little bit bigger than that. And I estimated my fish anywhere between 3.5 and 4.5. And now I'm starting to think that it was probably a 5. And I'm pissed. I wish I could have showed you guys that. But just expressing what I did. This is going to come way more in handy now that we got this. Sorry for the shitty video that came out of an epic video. I'm sorry. But we're going to kill it. We're going to actually probably go back to that river at some point and refilm it. I really like that river. It was crystal clear. Lots of signs of life, but this time we're going to probably start farther down the river. But here's the rest of the video and probably some bloopers because I'm going to show you how I try to hook this fish. Alright guys, I have camera. Caught a nice smallie. Get a lot of water here. I had to change my battery. Guys, let me get them up here. Back on. There we go. Good size smallie. Caught him on this. Go. There you go, you guys. Right there. I do really like soft baits, probably more so than crank. And all those artificial lures. But I know I've said this before, but this is the first video. You just have to really really take your time and figure out at each spot you're fishing what they want. Each fish is going to be different. Like at one lake, they may like, you know, the crawfish more, or at a river, who knows. You might go to, you know, a place where they like soft more and choose crank. And it's one of those things that you go to the lake, and until you like repeatedly go to the lake and figure out like what they want, you can't really tell until you are done, or until you go there. So if there's any people who are watching this video that are from Wisconsin, Beaver Lake, they're really weird colored bass. I have content for it. They're like a soft colored shade, like sandy color, like a soft sand, like a very light colored fish. And that's because of like they dye the lake and like the types of plants that are around. It's just like they evolve. They love cranks. I was fishing for largies. I was choosing just soft bait because I love soft bait. I wasn't getting anything, but my little brother was actually using a fall color lure, a little chatterbait, and he was just slamming them. They just come in and just slam the suckers. And I caught a tree. And it was fun to watch because I was like, man, I've never. He has a fall lure, and they're just slamming it. I mean, he caught about a 3 on the lake, and then the fish was so pissed off and feisty, they actually knocked his scale in the water and he lost it. So like I said, crankbaits on that lake. Then we went to North Lake, which is highly known for its largemouth and smallmouth. Didn't catch a single one, but there was so much pike in that lake, and they would just attack anything. They would. Sadly, I don't have contact because I was busy. That was my day. I got my first bait caster, and I was trying it for the first time, just trying to learn it. And I was fishing with soft to try to get the bass out of the water. And Andrew was slamming. Andrew's my brother, was just slamming pike left and right. And he was using the same little thing, little faller, little chatterbait. They were slamming it. And the fish there are aggressive. I did get on camera, but it was at the end of the night, right into the day, technically, about to be night. And I was going to go grab him so we can leave. And a pike came up and actually bit my paddle. And swam right back down. I'm like, geez. So we started paddling in, and that's a non-motorized boat launch. So obviously kayaks, canoes, paddle boats, whatever fits your fancy. Andrew stops, cast right there. There's like it goes from really shallow to, there's like a really deep part, like probably like 10 feet, and they go shallow again. Andrew just decided to cast right there, caught a 20-inch pike just right there. So North Lake, if you're gonna go on a kayak, highly recommend pike fishing that, because I didn't get nothing for bass. And I know there's a couple other guys that were fishing for bass and didn't get nothing. So I highly recommend, doing bass there. What was the next one? We went to Pewaukee. The lake is known for its muskie, the upper part of the lake. I know I talked about this a little bit before, but Pewaukee also has really good sized bass. And like I said, I don't think we caught anything under a 1.5 to a 2 pounder. I know all mine were 1.7 and above, and we were slamming them left and right. We hooked up 10 fish total, but we only landed 7. So setting the hook properly is a big thing. And we were just fishing soft plastics, and they were loving it. And once again here, we're in the Mukwonago River. We're walking it. Got one, fixing my line. Had a little bit of a knot. Fixed it, tightened up the slack. I'm like, oh, what is this? Felt like a little nibble, and I jerked it to set the hook. Set the hook, and I thought, once again, I thought it was a bowfin the way I was fighting. But no, it was just a big bass. So, guys, it's just a lot of trial and error. And you never know, each lake could be different. I've seen some really weird things, that fish bite on at different times. Like, once again, the faller, the fish slamming that. I'm not a big thing into seasonal lures, but you know what? It does play a pivotal role because of water clarity. North Lake is, at 15 feet you can see the bottom. That's how clear it is. So like I said, just a lot of trial and error, and I'm hoping you guys learn something from this. Once again, I'm not the best fisherman in the world. I'm not a professional by any means. This is just something I love to do, and I want to get out here and allow you guys to enjoy this stuff, because it is exciting. Like I was telling some people are like, why do you like fishing so much? And I'm like, well, it's a sense of adventure. You like now obviously this water is like clear, like you can see it, but that's, you know, a whole nother world under the water. You never know what's under there. You never know what's swimming around.